Alright, so if you haven't used Bolt before, this is going to be pretty helpful, especially when it comes to integrating Minimax. So what I like to do is click the plan button, and I'll just say, oh, okay, I want to build a medical site that lets me figure out what I'm lacking in vitamins, nutrients, and daily required amounts based on my age, gender, and weight. Now, there are different language models that I can use, but for now I'll use 4.5 Sonnet. There is Opus, which is a little bit more in-depth, but 4.5 Sonnet's fine. I'm clicking plan, so it's not going to actually build it, it's going to just plan and think of these strategies. So as I build this, one thing that's going to be really important for us is to copy and paste this guide, because Bolt, when it processes Minimax's API key, it's not going to do it the right way initially, so this is why you want to copy and paste this and put it into the chat here. We're going to let this get our initial planning stage based upon the website, and then I'm going to add this Minimax API key. Now, Minimax is going to be providing you text models, image generation, video generation, all the above. So think of it as a smart language text model that you can utilize on your website, whether it's powering it up, making it smarter, having it be a chatbot, having it being able to answer things, do calculations for you, create images and videos. It does a lot of those things. So that's going to be pretty important. But this is going to be the copy and paste method of getting your Bolt chat knowing how to process the Minimax API key. Okay, so now what's happening is Bolt is processing, and it's giving us a full layout of how it'll process and plan out this site. As you can see, it's covering all the ground in terms of like what's required. It goes into depth about what are the most important steps. And because we're in planning mode, this is actually the best way to get this going. But before you click anything, remember, copy and paste this. And now, before I go back to build mode, I'm going to make sure that it understands that this is going to power us. So whatever you use, you can write, I want Minimax API key to power our logic calculation. Okay, and then I'm going to enter here. I'm still in plan mode, but essentially I'm giving Bolt the guide of how to utilize my Minimax API key, which is really important. And as you can see here, we still have all these other features that's being implemented, but now it's just being implemented by the Minimax API key by this guide. So now it's going to get this context and it's going to understand how to use it. So while it does that, I'm going to just show you the Minimax site. So once you're in the minimax.io site, you're going to go to the top right where click API platform, log in, and then you're going to go to the left here where it says API keys. Now I'm going to create a new secret key and I'm going to say calorie sites. Now I'm going to copy and paste this API key, which is then going to be closed when I confirm. It's going to be removed. So make sure that you copy this, and you can put it somewhere else, or you can create a new one, because I can always delete these and build new ones here. Then I'm going to go back to the website here. As you can see, now it has the full plan set up. It's very simple. Now it knows how to use the API key. And I'm just going to click implement this plan, which is going to make it quick and easy. And once that's being built, we're going to then be able to input and import our minimax.io. They have text models, they have video generation, image generation, speech, music. Essentially, they have a lot of these things that are useful for you. All these tools available to you. Again, when you log in, you just click the top right and API platform right here. Bolt is going to start building our sites. So yeah, this is going to build out the full site, which is actually going to be really impressive, and it's really helpful to have. Okay, so now what's happening is that now that it's completed building, this will take a few minutes, but it's important because it's going to cover all the things we need. It's going to finish this out, and now all we have to do is let it take a few seconds for it to load, or I can click the refresh button right here. But yeah, it started. NutriTrack AI. I just created an account. Let's actually log in. I'm really curious to see if this would process. Oh, I gotta sign up here. Let's try that. Cool. So I can do a process. So I'm gonna just put like random numbers here, boom, boom. Yeah, so we have our site. This is what I was able to build for me, and I need to add this here. So this is where I'm gonna go to the code, go to environments, write Minimax API key, and then paste that here. Now that I have the API key here, I'll just go to settings, and granted, I'm gonna delete this API key, so it's not gonna be existent. Undo Minimax API key, create secret, and yeah, this should now let this function. So let's say hi. So let me refresh this here. Let's go AI assistant. Let's just see added bytes underscore Minimax API key. Your key here. Added Minimax API key to environment. Chat isn't. So just let it know that I added it. It's under bytes underscore Minimax slash API slash key. Underscore key, so see if it processes it. This is completely fine. What I do with Bolt Chat is I tell it I let it know like, oh, here's what's working, here's what's not working. Talk to it as if you were like an engineer. Let's see. Cool. So now it's working, but I can of course change it. So like, hey, let's make the chat more, control the chat so it's a little bit more, less of this and more of like a conversation. But yeah, it's working now. So here, it's actually bugging me. So let's say chat response. So I can copy this, chat response. It should be more natural, better, shorter. I want a conversation. Okay, so this is a very basic. Now that your API keys in your environments, keep in mind, this is just a quick reminder if you haven't already, you'll later, once this is ready to publish, you'll click publish and click this publish button and you'll copy and paste this URL. You're gonna also, if you wanted to, you can click this, which opens this preview in like a full page mode. And you just click on this like connect to project. But later on, it's gonna be important to record this video. So you're gonna do like a recording. You can add like a camera with, like I have right here, a view on the bottom right, bottom left, etc., and then just walk us through your website. This is going to be important because how this hackathon is going to be judged is the project is going to live on the Discord, but you're going to share the link publicly on either YouTube or X. Copy the link, put it on Discord chat where it says submission, where the submissions will live. And then you're also going to share the Bolt URL, the product URL. So that way you're just building in public, but also we get to see, and people can judge for like fan favorites, and it kind of starts getting you in the habit of, what do you call it, building in public, which is really important. So let's see, I want to gain muscle. Let's see, I asked it to keep these things here, and yeah, there we go. So that's a quick process of how to use the Minimax API key, connecting with Bolt, how to use basic editing for Bolt. Remember, and I put this before, you can select certain attributes here. You can use a plan, which is really important. Follow the steps that I shared, and I wish you the best of luck. I'm so excited to see your projects.